Welcome back, Urban AC lovers. And if you didn't know, that's just radio slang for adult R&B music, which is what you'll find on this channel. So if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and do that now so you don't miss anything in new R&B and R&B music news like this topic right here. Miss Mary J Blige. Mary J. Blige has been popping up all over and looking good every single time she pops up, by the way. She's currently sitting in the top 10 on the Billboard R&B chart with her new single, Breathing, featuring Fabolous. And yes, we're talking about Big Mary, not the little one. That's a lyric from the song, by the way. If you're not familiar with it, go ahead and check it out. It is under our new R&B new music playlist. Now, one of the more recent places where Mary has popped up on the scene is at the Sherry Show. You know, that's Sherry Shepherd's daytime talk show. Doing the rounds with her good girlfriend to talk about some big news. She dropped a couple of bombshells on her recent visit to the Sherry Show. Two of those big announcements are all about the music, which is what we are all about. And then one of them is just like, say what now? Maybe you can help us out with that one when we get there. But first, let's talk about the music since that's what we do. Mary J. Blige announced the big news. Big news. She's coming out with a new album and she's going on tour. Now, this may come as a shock to some because, you know, the last scuttlebutt that we heard through the streets was that Mary J. Blige was going to be retiring. That came from an interview she did back in August with The Source, where she said, you know, I'm exhausted. She wants to sit on a yacht somewhere. In fact, more specifically, she said, retirement looks like traveling the world, going to places I've never been before, relaxing on yachts in home, and enjoying the fruits of my labor. But please don't disappear just yet. And apparently, I'm not the only day one Mary J. Blige fan that feels that way. And they were the ones that convinced her, Mary, don't do it. Wait. Don't up and leave us just yet. So she put the idea of retirement to bed. She told Sherry, not yet. I'm not going anywhere yet. Not before I give something to my fans. And that's when she announced that she is going on tour. Not only is she going on tour, she named the tour for her fans. Mary J. Blige, the For My Fans Tour. And she's bringing Neo and Mario along for the ride. You know, Mary J. Blige's albums through the years have gotten us through some things. Apparently, it's gotten her through some things as well. She said that music has been her therapy, not because that's what she wanted for herself, but because that's how she was able to release her pain. Music for her became somewhat like her journal. She said, and I quote, "It's not the way I wanted it to be. I just didn't have a choice, and music was my therapy. It was how I was healed and how I got through my own stuff. You know, I think I'm here to this day because of me expressing myself through music, because I was going through so much hell that I had to put it somewhere. And then when my good times showed up, I had to express that as well. So it was just a way of healing." Don't we just love Mary? The good times, the bad times, the no more drama, the I'm just fine, the good morning gorgeous, I'm still breathing. And I still believe in love. Now, hold on. We're going to get to that love part in just a second. Let's keep talking about this tour. The tour is going to happen in January. We don't have a specific date. We don't even know where she's going. Let's just hope and pray that she's coming to a city near you and she's coming to a city near me. Now, she also talked about this new album that's on the way, which is also sort of like a love letter and a thank you to her fans. The new album is titled Gratitude. Now, we do have a date on this one. November 15th, we will get Gratitude. She did not give us a track list. We do not know how many tracks are on this album or who she's going to be working with, if anyone. But we know we're going to get this Gratitude album November 15th. She said, everything life has offered has positioned her to feel good and to find love within herself first, though. She says, and I quote, "Look at my life right now. I'm in a constant state of gratitude. I feel good. I have jobs and opportunities. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. I have people around that care for me and love me. And I have amazing fans. The love and support from fans has sustained Blige's career since the beginning, and this tour and album is her way of reciprocating that love. We're looking forward to it. She spoke to Sherri Shepherd about her albums through the years. Oh, by the way, if you haven't checked out the video for the Sherri interview, great interview. But Sherri, girl, you messed up. Sherri Shepherd said, I remember Mary's first album, My Life album. And if you're a Mary fan like I'm a Mary fan, I sat there and said that was not her first album. Come on now, Sherri, do better. But Mary J. Blige is so poised, she did not correct her. What's the 411? Let me know, hon. That was Mary J. Blige's first album. Now, the second album, the sophomore album, that one was My Life. So you stand corrected, Sherri. We got you, girl. And we still love you. By the way, Mary says My Life was her favorite album. She said it was her favorite album, and she loves performing the music from that album, present day, because of how far she's come. She says it's one of my favorite albums because I've recovered. It doesn't trigger me anymore in a negative way. It triggers me in a way where I can heal from it, where I've grown from it. So it's not like I'm crying because the album is so sad. I'm crying because I recovered. You know, it's happy tears. I love Mary's glow up. And by the way, I personally, speaking for myself, I love that My Life album. It is, to this day, my absolute favorite Mary J. Blige album. If you look in my life and see what I see. But we digress. Now, moving on to who's zooming who and who's loving who. Mary, who are you dating, girl? Give us the tea. Because the last time I checked, she was going through a very messy divorce with Kendu. You remember that, right? Kendu Isaacs is his name. They were married for, 12 years? Over a decade. Then they filed for a divorce back in 2016. Mary J. Blige did that. Why? Infidelity. He was cheating. Allegedly. According to reports, Blige accused him of having an affair with her former protege, Starshell. And she claimed that he was stealing money from her as well. You know, they worked in a business relationship as well as a married couple. And she said that he was stealing from her. And the way that thing ended was with her being ordered to pay him $30,000 per month in alimony because he was a kept man and became accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle. So yes, that got messy. And for a while, we didn't hear anything of Miss Mary J. Blige dating anyone except for herself, which we love, by the way. She spoke on Sherri Shepherd's show and said she's happy with her. She looks good to her. She feels good to her. We love that for you, Mary. The glow up is real, sis, and we're rooting for you. But we still are asking, who is this Popo? Who's this man that Mary J. Blige is dating? She did mention that she was seeing someone back in January, top of this year, during an interview with Big Tigger on V103. But in that interview, she never dropped any names. She said, no, I am not single. I am happily doing what I'm doing. I tell you what, that was my answer for everything after I read that. I love that answer. That just basically means mind your business, lady. I'm happily doing what I'm doing. But on the Sherri Shepherd show, her answer, her response was quite different. Sherri asked, Mary, is there someone special in your life? To which Mary J. Blige responded, yes, yes. And then she said, Sherri, you know, everyone knows. Last time we checked, we are a part of everyone. How come we here at UACO, we don't know? So my question to you, Urban AC Online lovers, who is Mary J. Blige dating? If you know, please drop us a line. Leave it in the comments, because I would hate to have to go stalk Mary J. Blige's social media pages and pick out anyone she might be standing a little bit too close to and start assuming, you know, because you know when you assume, you know the rest. We're all adults here. Speaking of, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. We specialize in urban AC music, which is just a fancy radio term for adult R&B music. Adult R&B music for you, for me, Urban AC Online. That's where you should be.